Welcome, my friend, to a space that feels rare in today's world. You did not click on this video by accident. You clicked because deep inside, you know something is wrong. Your body is tired even when you sleep. Your mind is heavy, even when life seems fine. You laugh with others, but feel empty when you are alone. And no matter how many hours you rest, true peace never arrives. The world we live in never shuts down, and neither do you. Your phone lights up, messages demand replies, videos autoplay, and the pressure of performance never stops. It feels like you are running a race with no finish line, carrying a backpack full of invisible weights. Every thought, every worry, every guilt is another stone you keep adding inside. And slowly, you begin to mistake this weight for who you are. Let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you truly rested? Not just sleeping, not just scrolling, but resting. When was the last time you felt your body soften, your breath slow, and your mind grow quiet? Most people cannot even remember, and that's why this story matters. This video is not entertainment. It is a rescue mission for your mind. It is not just a lesson in English, it is a doorway to peace. Every sentence here is crafted in clear English so you can learn while you breathe easier. It is like healing and practicing at the same time. Two gifts woven into one experience. The prison of constant noise. Right now, your brain is like a computer with 100 tabs open. Every notification, every unfinished task, every unresolved feeling is a tab demanding energy. You do not notice it, but it drains you. That is why you wake up tired, why you feel restless in silence, why your heart races when nothing is happening. Science shows us something fascinating. When the brain never rests, the nervous system begins to break down. Stress hormones stay high, memory weakens, focus disappears, and emotions spiral out of control. That is why modern people live with anxiety as if it were normal. But it is not normal. It is simply noise that never turns off. There was once a billionaire who owned everything people dream about: yachts, islands, power, respect. But every night he went to bed feeling restless. He traveled the world searching for peace, but peace never traveled with him. One day he met a monk in a forest and asked, "Why am I not happy even though I have everything?" The monk smiled and said, "Your mind is like a cup of muddy water. If you keep shaking it, the water stays dirty. But if you let it sit, the dirt settles and the water becomes clear. That is what silence does for the mind." The billionaire sat in silence for 10 minutes the next morning. At first, it was torture. His mind screamed, "Check your phone, check your schedule, check your empire." But he stayed. Minute by minute, something shifted. The mud began to settle, and for the first time in decades he felt peace not in his bank account, but in his breath. That day he learned something profound. Peace is not expensive. Peace is silent. Your first step. So here is your first simple action. Sit in silence for 10 minutes each morning. No phone, no music, no talking. Just close your eyes and breathe slowly. At first it will feel uncomfortable, like standing in a strange room. But if you keep practicing, the room will turn into a sanctuary. Science agrees. Even 10 minutes of daily silence reduces stress hormones, repairs brain fatigue, and boosts focus. It is not just spiritual, it is biological medicine available for free. Your phone gets charged every night, but your mind does not. That is why it crashes. Silence is your charger. Can you answer this question? How many minutes of silence should you try every morning? The escape from time. But silence is only the first door. The second door is presence, the art of being in this exact moment. Most people think they are tired because life is hard, but the truth is different. They are tired because their mind never stays here. It keeps running backward into the past or forward into the future. You sit in a chair, but your thoughts are in yesterday, replaying mistakes, or they are in tomorrow, creating fear and worry about things that do not even exist. Your body is here, but your mind is everywhere else. And that is why you feel divided inside. An old man who worked in a tea shop for 50 years once explained his piece like this: "When I pour tea, I only pour tea. When I drink, I feel the warmth, the cup, the taste, and I smile. I do not run away because this moment is everything I have." It sounds simple, but it is revolutionary, because peace is not hidden in the future. It is hidden in the present. And every time you run away from the present, you abandon peace itself. The first realization. So let me ask you, right now, are you here, listening fully? Or is part of you already wandering to your to-do list? Are you really watching this video, or are you half inside another worry? This is not just practice for English, it is practice for life. When you bring your mind home to the present, your breathing slows down, your fear reduces, your body grows lighter, and you discover that, in this moment, nothing bad is actually happening. Most of your suffering was only imagination, not reality. Say this aloud. Peace is in the present moment, not in the future. A bridge to the next. Calm. You have now touched two secrets: silence and presence. One clears the mud. The other brings you home. But your journey does not stop here, because your backpack of stress still carries heavy rocks. Rocks of guilt, mistakes, old pain, broken memories. And if you want to walk freely, you must learn how to put those rocks down. So let us continue deeper, because the next calm will show you how to let go. And in letting go, finally, breathe again. Peace begins with silence, grows with presence, but there is still a wall. That wall is made of your own memories, your regrets, your mistakes, and your wounds. You may sit in silence and you may try to stay present, but if you are carrying the past on your shoulders, the weight will crush every breath you take. Think about this carefully. How many times today did you replay an old scene? A mistake from years ago, a word that someone once said, a failure you cannot forget. Each replay is like watching the same painful movie again, and each time it cuts you deeper. You suffer not because of what happened, but because you refuse to let it go. The rock on her back. There was once a young woman who carried a heavy rock inside a bag every day. Nobody forced her, nobody asked her, but she believed carrying it made her strong. Over the years, her back hurt, her sleep disappeared, and she could no longer walk fast. One day a stranger asked, "Why do you still carry that rock?" She answered, "Because I've carried it for so long I forgot I could put it down." This is what we all do with our pain. We carry it so long that it becomes part of our identity. But here's the truth. Your pain is not you. Your mistakes are not you. Your past is not you. You are the one who has the power to set it down. Checkpoint ESL. Repeat after me. Letting go is not weakness. Letting go is freedom. How to release. Letting go does not mean forgetting. It does not mean pretending it never happened. It means refusing to relive it every day. It means refusing to give your energy to something that no longer deserves space inside you. It means saying, that chapter is over, and I will not let yesterday destroy my today. Here is a practice. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and bring one painful memory to mind. Feel the weight of it. Then whisper to yourself, I release this. I forgive myself. I choose peace. Say it once, say it 10 times. Say it until your heart believes it. You will notice something gentle happening. Your chest softens. Your breath deepens. Your mind grows lighter. That is the power of release. The chains of expectation. But pain is not the only weight we carry. Another heavy stone is expectation. The demand that people behave the way we want them to. You expect kindness. You expect understanding. You expect apologies. You expect loyalty. And when people fail to meet those expectations, your mind begins a war. Why can't they just change? Why can't they act normal? This war is endless because people are not mirrors of your mind. They live in their own stories, their own wounds, their own blindness. And the more you try to control them, the more peace escapes from you. Acceptance is the secret. Not agreement, not approval, just acceptance. You say, that is who they are. I cannot control them, but I can control me. This one thought can save years of stress. Imagine carrying a mirror that refuses to smile unless you smile first. Now imagine throwing away that mirror and realizing you don't need it. You can choose to smile anyway. That is acceptance. Checkpoint ESL. Answer this. Do you control people or do you control yourself? Breath as a key. Now let's talk about breath, the forgotten key to peace. You breathe every second, but how often do you notice it? When you are anxious, your breath is short. When you are angry, your breath is tight. When you are sad, your breath is heavy. Your emotions ride on your breath like a passenger on a horse. If you learn to control the horse, you learn to control the ride. That is what conscious breathing is. Here is a method used by ancient masters and now proven by modern science. Inhale through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold the breath for 7 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for 8 seconds. Do this 5 times. Your heartbeat slows. Your nervous system repairs. Your thoughts lose their power. Your mind begins to settle. A martial artist once said, I don't fight thoughts with thoughts. I fight them with breath. Even in the middle of battle, he stayed calm because he carried home inside his lungs. You can do the same. Checkpoint ESL. Can you repeat? Inhale 4, hold 7, exhale 8. The forgotten self. But there is another reason your mind stays restless. You don't really know yourself. You know what celebrities are doing, what your friends are posting, what the news is shouting. But do you know your own soul? When you don't know yourself, you borrow identities, you copy trends, you chase desires that don't belong to you. You wear masks every morning and wonder why you feel exhausted at night. Peace cannot grow in a costume. It can only grow when you live in your true skin. There was once an actor who forgot his lines on stage. He kept performing, hoping the audience wouldn't notice. But inside, he panicked because he didn't know who his character was anymore. That is how most of us live. We keep performing, even when we don't know who we are. The cure is discovery. Take a notebook and ask yourself, what makes me feel alive? When do I feel at peace? What kind of life would I live if nobody judged me? Write without filters, without pretending. This is not about perfection. This is about truth. And truth is the bed where peace can finally rest, the environment of the mind. Your mind is not separate from your environment. A messy room creates a messy head. A dirty desk creates dirty thoughts. Every unfinished task whispers, finish me, fix me, handle me. And all those whispers pile up until you can't breathe. A woman once cleaned one old drawer full of random papers, expired cards, broken pens. That night she slept better. Not because the world had changed, but because her environment had stopped screaming. So start small. Clean one drawer, one corner, one app, one file. Every time you clear space outside, you clear space inside. Peace often hides under clutter. Remove the clutter and you will find it waiting. Checkpoint ESL. Can you answer? Does a clean space help a clean mind? The storm outside. But what about situations you cannot control? The rude boss, the late train, the fake friend, the broken plan? Most people give their peace away instantly. One insult, and their entire day collapses. One delay, and they explode with anger. This is emotional slavery. Living as if the world holds your remote control. Freedom begins when you take back that remote. You pause before reacting. You ask, do I really want to give my peace away for this? Most of the time, the answer is no. There was a man meditating when a door slammed loudly outside. Everyone else jumped and cursed, but he stayed still. When asked why, he said, because the sound does not control me. Only I control me. That is freedom. Repeat this. I control me. The world does not control me. The beauty of slow modern life worships speed. Fast food, fast scrolling, fast talking, fast results. But the faster you go, the more your peace dies. Speed creates pressure. Pressure creates panic. Panic creates mistakes. And mistakes create regret. Peace is born in slowness. When you eat slowly, you taste. When you walk slowly, you notice. When you speak slowly, you mean what you say. When you live slowly, you live deeply. There was a Japanese chef who cut fish so slowly that apprentices grew impatient. But customers waited months just to taste his sushi. He said, "The knife is not cutting food. It is touching energy. And energy should never be rushed." That is how you must treat your mind. Never rushed, always respected. Try this. Chew slowly, breathe slowly, speak slowly. Even 2 minutes of slowness turns life into a healing ritual. Checkpoint ESL. Can you repeat? Slow is not weak. Slow is sacred. The inner voice. But even if you slow down, one danger remains, the voice in your head. It tells you you're not enough. You'll never succeed. You're always behind. Would you ever speak to a friend the way you speak to yourself? Then why do you allow it inside your mind? Your thoughts shape your identity. If you feed them poison, you live poisoned. If you feed them kindness, you live kinder. Every morning and night, say 3 sentences aloud. I am trying. I forgive myself. I deserve peace. Say them until your mind believes them. Because repetition rewires the brain, and gentle words heal invisible wounds. Checkpoint ESL. Repeat after me. I deserve peace today. The rope that binds now. Pause for a moment and notice something. All these practices, silence, presence, letting go, breathing, self-discovery, acceptance, slowness, they are not separate. They are threads of the same rope, the rope that pulls you out of chaos. But there are still deeper knots we must untie. Forgiveness, vision, and seeing life clearly as it is. Those are the next steps on this journey. And if you have stayed with me this far, your heart is already prepared to go there. Because the heaviest chains are about to break. And with them, your mind will learn to breathe like it was always meant to.